We need to talk. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. Last weekend, on an unassuming Saturday evening, cash out before you crash out. Lost ASAP. The same man who lived by the game, who died by the game.
Rough session.
Is gone. Off to Manchester to study and at some point get a job. As for these boys, they're right back where we left them. The first couple of sessions on this channel haven't exactly been ideal. We took an L in the first and the D in the second, and so surely this time we're due a win. A demo opens up to 60p and gets 3 callers back to back to back before the action then folds around to us in the big blind. Now, despite holding what is clearly a trash hand, we're getting great odds and a discounted price, so we flick in the call 2 and go 5 ways to a flop that comes 5-6 king, 2 clubs. Out of position and with little more than some unlikely backdoor draws, we're done putting chips in the pot.
Check.
But so, it would seem, is everyone else.
Checking.
So we get lucky and sneak our way into seeing a free turn card. And it's a good one for us. Jack of Hearts keeps our flush draw alive, so when it checks over to Ben and he bets
60 great British pounds,
we're more than happy to make the call. Heads up to a river now, and oh, would you look at that.
I'm the best! The best!
You quite simply cannot teach this. 5 of Hearts sees us go from 8 high on the flop to a flush by the river. And now it's time to get paid.
We heads up?
Yeah.
Okay. Check.
When you backdoor a hand as strong as this, it's really tempting to lead to avoid the risk of it getting checked back. But to be honest, I feel like those chances are pretty slim. We've played our hands so passively here that if Ben had a king, he'd absolutely bet for value. As for bluffs, well, the 7-8 straight draw missed, as did busted clubs. Those hands have no showdown here, and so they're also likely to bet. All that to say, we're just trying to make Ben put money in for us. Good boy. Once Ben takes the bait, the question we now got to ask ourselves is how big do we go?
15.
Massive raise. 5x.
And it's exactly the kind of sizing that gets Ben curious.
Ooh.
So we show him the damage
Flush.
and take down the first pot of the night. Our next hand of interest comes against the angel investor himself.
Do I do good things with my money? Yeah. No.
Well, we peel 9-10 of spades in the hijack. Honestly might be the prettiest hand in poker, so when that tries to sneak in for 20p, we immediately punish the limper and bump it up to £1.
Call a race, sir, and must specify.
Shut your mouth, mate.
Marcus and Nat both make the call, and so we're 3 ways to a flop that comes 8-7-4 rainbow. Action checks over to us, and with 2 overs and the open-ended straight draw, our hand has a ton of equity.
It's not really my board, though.
So we get a little greedy and fire out a bet of just over pot.
Can you snaps that off?
Oh my god! This is what he does!
Nat makes a reluctant fold, and we go heads up to perhaps the best turn possible. We hit the money card with the 6 of spades giving us the straight, and so now our attention turns to making sure we get paid in full. Marcus checks it over to us once again, and we have no intention of playing this one trappy.
10.
So we settle on a pot-sized bet of 10 quid with the aim to get the rest all in on the river. Bro, what could you possibly have to be calling this quickly? Anyway, we go to a river, which comes the innocuous 2 of clubs. Although I guess it could have improved him to 2 pair. Marcus checks it over to us for a 3rd and final time, at which point we say the 2 most famous words in poker.
Yes, I thought that now.
In go our chips, on goes Skyfall, and deep into the tank goes Marcus.
Go on, Jack. Sign it. Go on, Jack. Sign it, Jack. Sign it.
You signed it.
It's been just 2 hours and we're already up 80 quid, which means I make 40 an hour, so I should just quit my job. Nat opens it up to 80p, and whilst we consider squeezing with ace-10 off, this time we decide to just call. Ademel is out of there quickly, but not Sam, who cuts out raising chips and bumps it up to 350.
Oh, the squeeze.
I came to play.
Someone's woken up.
When the nit raises, there's only really one option. Yes, we do. Nat lets his kings go, and I make the fold too.
Tight rev.
Nick, can you show it?
Oh, don't cry.
Alright, I've dealt literally 2.5 hours. I'm stopping.
I'm happy to deal actually if someone else wants to hop on the.
Yeah, I'm just not supposed to.
Yeah, okay.
So we're going to
Do
get
you have to
no
sound?
content to that.
Whilst we may have hogged the limelight for the first couple hands, in this one, we don't. Queen 8 off ain't going to cut it, so instead, we're going to play this hand through Ben, who, after a rough debut at the home game, is looking for a shot at redemption. After Ben opens the action to 60p and Marcus makes the call, Ben, the other Ben, should we just call him Hero, looks down at King Jack suited. In position with a hand this pretty, it would feel rude not to raise, and that is exactly what Bet Hero does. Flop comes pretty good for Hero's King Jack, as he flops top pair strong kicker on Jack 3-4, 2 clubs. This is a pretty draw-heavy board, so when the action checks through to him, he decides he can't let the others see a free turn and fires out for 4 quid. Nat makes a quick call, as does Ben, and so they go 3 ways to a turn that comes the 2.
Cheers, Jeff.
Check.
The way the action's gone so far, you can't really blame Hero for thinking he has the best hand. Not to mention, he's only got about 15 quid behind. And so the best play at this point is, of course, to go all in. Or instead to bet 10 quid and leave yourself just 5 behind. Nat's not done with his hand quite yet.
Oh, pardon me.
And neither is Ben, who stops Sam short of dealing a river and decides to go for all of it.
Oh my days.
Pretty likely at this point that King Jack is no good, but with just £5 to call for a far bigger pot, there is simply no other option.
I call.
So he flicks in the fiver to put the action back on Nat, who, with a remaining stack of 30 quid, is facing an even bigger decision for all his chips.
Tell as well.
It's already wrapped up. It's all wrapped up.
It's not wrapped up.
Oh.
Nat shows Ace Jack for top that has our hero crushed, to leave him staring at Nat desperately, praying for a fold. After a long time tanking, Nat makes the call, and so we go to a river one time. But the king on the river bails Hero out, and he scoops this 3-way pot. Ben shows 5-6 off with a turn straight to stack the other boys and take down this 3-figure pot. We're back to playing a hand of our own in this pot, where we pick up pocket 3s under the gun. Sure, it's not a great hand, but it is still a pair.
To me, that's like half a cent.
We open up to 80p and are joined by Ademla and Nat, who both make the call to send us 3 ways to a flop of Jack 3-6, 2 hearts, to give us bottom set right away.
I think I'm a special one.
With flush draw and top pair holdings likely to be pretty sticky, we decide to build this pot from the get-go. Nat checks it over to us, and we fire a slight overbet of 3 quid, which pushes Ademla out the hand before Nat then makes the call.
Next card, please. Heads up between myself and Nat.
Turn comes the ace of clubs, which, whilst mostly considered a brick, does now improve the nut flush draw to top pair. And possibly, but less likely, some ace-x holdings to 2 pair. Nat checks it over to us once more, and the plan at this point is pretty simple. Bet, and bet some more.
5.
So 5 quid is the price we charge Nat to try hit one of his many possible draws on the river. Our day just keeps getting better. Nat check raises to 15, and with just over 20 quid behind in his stack, there really is just one option for us.
Well, it's big pot. But there's nothing he couldn't like.
He doesn't seem to love it, but recognising the odds he's getting, Nat slides the rest of his chips in, and off we go to a run out.
Max pay Monday.
Nice fan.
I've got a set.
You're ahead.
He hasn't yet shown his hand, but it's pretty obvious he's on a draw. So we're just hoping to hold here and see a clean river. Not the best card to see, as the 2 of clubs completes the 4-5 straight and the backdoor flush. But when Nat tables ace-2 of hearts for top pair nut flush draw, we realise we're good and can breathe a sigh of relief.
Not bad for your first set.
It's about midnight when the table change finally happens, as I get kicked out the camera seat and Marcus assumes logging responsibilities.
Hello there.
And he kicks things off strong with an exploitative under-the-gun limp with 10-8 offsuit. Ademla opens to £1 before the action then folds round to Nat, who 3-bets in the big blind to 350.
Hero.
Was there ever any doubt?
What it does is unheard of. I mean, I don't know if you will see that ever again.
Marcus finds the extremely low frequency 3-bet call with 10-8 off out of position, and Ademla makes the call as well. 3 ways to a flop now that comes ace-3 queen rainbow. On a board that smashes the pre-flop aggressor's range, Nat takes his cue and leads out for 5 quid. Marcus makes a tight fold with 10 high, whilst Ademla makes the call, and the 2 go heads up to a turn that comes the 4 of diamonds. With Marcus out the hand now, we can reveal that Ademla has flopped top 2, holding ace of hearts with the queen of spades. Not a bad position to be in, so when Nat fires out again, this time for 750, Ademla has the option of either raising or calling. Both options seem pretty good, but after thinking over for a minute, Ademla decides to just call, and so they go heads up to a river that comes the bricky 9 of clubs. Despite Ademla continuing to call Nat down, Nat doesn't seem to be phased, and so this time he fires out for 10 quid. With £35 back and a hand as strong as this, there's only really one thing left to do.
Oh my god, guys, huge ball.
He ships the rest of his chips in and is now praying for a call from Nat. Someone needs to change this guy's name to Nip.
Yeah, I got cool.
Because it takes him over 2 minutes to put the money in with bottom set.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell?
Referee from Norway is the strongest.
The team zoom's crazy.
That is so tough.
So we've seen what Marcus can do with bad hands, but we're yet to see what he can do with good ones.
So dialed. The great London 2025.
Sam opens it up to ADP and gets 2 callers, before the action then turns to Marcus in the big blind.
Four.
Marcus bumps it up to 4 quid with the second best hand in poker, only just ahead of 10-8 offsuit.
He was special.
And just Sam makes the call. So they go heads up to a flop that comes ace-8-6 rainbow. Hardly the best board for kings, and in recognition of this, Marcus elects not to c-bet, instead opting to pot control and check it over to Sam. I fear he may have lost control. For Sam to bet into the pre-flop aggressor with little to no hesitation is already pretty strong. But it's possible he's simply pouncing on perceived weakness from the check, and so Marcus makes the call, and we see another card.
Can we get a turn?
Turn comes the 9 of hearts, which by all accounts is a blank, and so once again, Marcus checks it over to Sam.
Yes, check it out.
This time, he gets the welcome response, as Sam decides not to pile more money into the pot, and the 2 now go to a river. Which, once more, is a brick. Whilst it is technically true to point out that it is now 1-2 a straight, the chances of either player having a 7 in their hand as played is virtually 0. Instead, the concern for Marcus is still about that ace, and so for that reason, he's not looking to bloat this pot further. For a third and final time, Marcus checks it over to Sam, but this hand isn't done quite yet. Sam fires out for a half pot bet of 10 quid, and at this point in the hand, it's pretty clear that kings are no good, prompting Marcus to let it go and make the flop.
All in.
Wait, hang on.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Recognizing his beat, Marcus now turns his kings into a bluff and shoves all in for just over 40 quid.
Buckle up, boys.
This might get hairy.
As the pre-flop aggressor and holding 2 kings, it's definitely possible to rep big slick here.
I think he has it, but I can't fold.
Does he want to hear that?
Issue is, Sam beats ace king, and so it doesn't take him too long to find the call.
No, my hand's too strong. Cool.
Would you have?
Ace ten.
Oh yeah, mate, yeah.
I think I cover you.
Yeah, you do.
What you see on camera doesn't always tell the full story. So now, for the results. Ben topped the leaderboard with a record haul of 206 quid, whilst we got third time lucky, finally cashing for some actual profit. As for these boys, well, Ben got caught out on a technicality, booking a 60p loss that we rounded up to £1, and Sam and Ademla lost no more than what is perhaps the average pint price in London. But these numbers aren't adding up. How can we have won so much, and yet they've lost so little? One man had a very rough night. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and perhaps also wish Asa a happy birthday, before he flushes his grandparents' money down the toilet in a session soon come.